Ajirahura thimo twe live ajirore muthaka urahura riria twe live we na riria tutari live ndungihura ajiru ndigana hena kinetwork hena kinetwork no tukiarĩrĩria haha. So now haha nĩ hega mũthenya wa mweri. Shout out to the moon day ruled by the moon, aka the influences or what you call the filtration that you are getting from that solar plexus will be our reflection. So it's a moon day, okay? But it's a moon day and the sun is in Cancer. So there'll be a lot of that reflection of the Cancer energy, aka the fourth house, or what you call summertime, or what you call the Noah's flood. Sasa tuko live? Are we live? I think imehang. Hakuna like hata moja. Oh. So iko live? I think umetoka kwa network. Kama umetoka unaweza achana nayo. Si lazima, unaweza achana nayo. Unaweza iweka kwa nini? Unaweza iweka kwa YouTube ama Facebook. Whatever, hapa I think hapo kuna network. Kama imerudi. Are we back? Tulikuwa tumehang ama kulikuwa kumeenda aje? Tulikuwa tumehang. Because now there's likes. Hakukuwa na like. Now I can see we have a few likes. We have like 100 likes and counting. So, welcome to Monday Esoteric Quickie. So we are going to jump into a quick ESO dive, okay? It is what you call a moon day, aka you are receiving the influence of the moon, and the sun is now in the fourth house, or what you call Noah's Ark, or what you call Cancer, or what you call the Great Flood. Ni sasa. So tumetoka Sodom and Gomorrah, or when the sun is in Gemini. So now, let's talk about you. Let's talk about nothing, because you are nothing. Since you came from nothing, aka God is nothing, because God is not a thing, God is not title, meaning God is not physical, meaning God is not a metaphysical. So God is neither physical nor metaphysical. So that means God is nothing. Like you see nothing, like how you put it at nothing. No, it's nothing. Like there's nothing there. There's no physical or there's no metaphysical. So it's a nothing. It's just a space. Okay, what you call the void. So in the beginning, the world was void and no shape. So that no shape means no form. No form means no vibration, or it means what you can call frequency. That which has no frequency in the beginning. Okay, before sasa tuanze the pulse or the expansion and the contraction, or what you call birth and death. Sasa. So now, since you as a spirit, you came from nothing, that awareness that God is nothing, is not physical, and is not also metaphysical. So it's nothing. Since you came from nothing, aka since you came from space, just a space of awareness, some space, there's always space within spaces. That is why you can be in my space, but you're not in my space, aka you're watching me, you're in my space, but wherever you are in a location, you are not in the same space. So there's always spaces within spaces. All the way to how you can even have someone in your heart. Unasema, I have them in my heart. You can have someone inside you, but they're not inside you. All the way to the point you say, when they died, a piece of me died. Okay, there's always be spaces within spaces. Learn the metaphysics before the physics. Or the speculative before the operative, or the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, aka where you are creating the thoughts and feelings, and then you separate it from the 1, 2, and 3, the depth of those thoughts, aka now when they bending on themselves become dense, okay, starts to matter, vibrate. Now that thing has shape, matter, manifest as something physical, something you can kick, something you can walk on, or sleep on, or sit on, or lie on, aka make a bed, and then you can be the one to lay in your bed na vitu kaa hizo. Sasa, so when you go to that space is what you are always trying to do, because you are always trying to go back to the space you are in before you fell. But the space you are in before you fell, before you became aware, was a place of nothing. But the thing is, you are trying to go back to that nothingness with something. So you are trying to go with a religion. You are trying to go back with culture. You are trying to go back with a language. You are trying to go back with an idea that this is the only way, either being too righteous or be too left field, too separative, too what you call, this is when now you get the terms radicalized, coming in and wall out like kind of energy, which is the energy of the warlocks, which is a spiritual warfare. Ukisikia mtu anaitwa warlord kama Museveni, in the spiritual world we are talking of warlocks. These are bloodlines that have been in rulership for thousands of years, all these rebels. So this has got nothing to do with him as a president. This has got everything to do with the bloodline, how we go into bloodline wars and blood streams, and even why you can be born, 5 of you in a family, and you are not sharing the same blood, yet you are from the same father and mother. So that shows about different blood streams. So we have blood streams, bloodlines, na vitu kaa hizo, all the way to the royal families, and them wanting to maintain their pure blood races to the point now they are doing what you call practicing incest or intermarrying to keep a pure race. Akina Hitler, why they were talking of a pure race, trying to go back to endogamy, aka birthing from your own experiences, your own thoughts and feelings, as a ritual before we get there. Sasa physical, ndio muzione physical, like exactly what it means. So you are trying to go back to the nothingness, which is the God, with something. And so every time you come to God, God anaangalia na shindwa, what is this now? You are like, hey, this is me, Jagawa Amudhaka. What did you bring? I brought this spirituality. God will be looking at me like, but I am nothing. I am nothing. I am no physical. I am no metaphysical. I am nothing. I'm God. I'm pure. So how dare you come back to me with some knowledge? How dare you come to me with some PhD? How dare you come to me with some doctorate? How dare you come to me with some business, entertainment? You get? So you can only go back to God with what you have created, a one of a kind, your own patent, your own intellectual property right of how you can participate in this world in your own way. Okay? That's how when you go to God, you show God, God, look, what did you do? I created nothing, okay? Or I created something out of nothing, the nothingness, but that something, I made it so easy, it looked like nothing. For me, it was nothing. For me, it was a walk in the park. For me, it was nothing. And God will look at you like, okay, come here, child. Come here, Jagawamudaka. Come here, child. You are getting it. You're almost getting it, but since you are doing so much, panda stairs kidogo hapo, panda hapo, ukisoma soma hapo, panda hapo, elevate kidogo, kalia hapo sasa, don't be naughty, don't take it for granted, maintain your ass there now, be on that frequency. Yeah, I'm saying so. Shout out to everyone in the comments. On a Monday. No, it's time to flood you. Sasa ni wakati wa kuwapea mbugu esoteric. Ukipelekwa na maji shauri yako. It's summertime, sun in Noah. We have a new moon in Noah, the 4th house, Cancer, heart area. Sasa hapa kama una safina shauri yako. Too much esoteric knowledge. Ungekuwa umetengeneza safina. Practicing the 12 disciples ritual. Na bado tunaenda Lion of Judah after 30 days. Eh? When the sun moves into what? Leo sign, the tribe of Judah. Tunaenda hapo. Sasa if you don't know how to practice the rituals as above so below, inakupatanga unasema kimekuramba. But once you understand thyself, once you understand the allegories in the Bible, how to decode them, how to read that book the way you're supposed to read it, to practice your rituals and spell, practice your hour rituals and spell, the risings, the settings, when to be happy, when to be planting, when to be sowing. Okay? Micro to the macro. When you become in alignment with your faith, belief, and imagination, anything is possible because you're in the polarity of all possibilities. Okay? Ni sasa kabaridi kameanza. So let me get going. Kabaridi kamekuja. Kameteremka tu mara moja. Hua. Nimesikia nipo zimeharden. Kashindo wa Mudhaka, why are you getting excited? Why is your big chest? Why is your nipples hardening? Huh? Yeah, maybe it's the cold. So, shout out to everyone in the comments. Kuna Dan, kuna mtu amelike, eh? Ni like. Aona Dan. Dan, ni wale club Dan. Ni wale club Dan. There are 1,000 likes. Thank you very much for your 1,000 likes. Dan, watu watatu. So wengine wana watch tu. Hata sijafika 10,000. They are stingy with their likes, but this is too much knowledge for them, so they can't fathom it. It's scary because it looks like it's coming from one of them. They're like, oh shit, this is too much information. I can only hit. How can this be? How can this be? So shout out to everyone who came through. You do have a beautiful day. It is a Monday. So it's a Monday. I can speak any way I want. I have my own commandments. Thou shalt take the message. Thou shalt not hate the messenger. I'm saying so. Nyabura nä kä andå mä ra gä kici. Nyabura 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 nä ndari yakwa ndingä må tiga nyabura nä ndari yakwa. I've seen kikitu kinakaa hat. Sinaonanga watu wakisema ati oh hat oh. They have to make you look like even silly, begging for likes. Oh, tap the screen, tap. Ha. Why should you tap the screen? Why? Siwaache watu wafanye video zao. Why? They put you in a program and it's a lie. Because people will be tapping and they know it's a lie, but you are tapping, you're liking the nonsense, the bullshit, but you are tapping the screen. It's exciting. So you're not typing because it's good, because it's exciting, it's bullshit, ni kunyonga, but you're tapping the screen. Toa zote, you are liking. So that's how you know that everything is a lie. Because hata ukitap, you're not tapping because you want to, unatap tu juu ile wacha tu tuweke hiyo video mazee video isianguke. You know, they put you in a program where you still have to sell your soul. It's so disgusting. Haifai kuwa hivyo. People should just watch and watch without having to say whether they are liking or they are not liking. Okay? Sasa. But then again it is their world, eh? Chegathayo, how do I create my own program? The moment you make the question, the moment you got that idea, the moment you had an idea that you can create one, you have already created one. The moment you got that idea, the moment you got an idea of creating another program, where do you know how ascended you are to even think you can create, to have that mind that there's another alternative? Do you know how many people have to live here for lifetimes before they become aware of that? Do you know how many? You see them every day. Do you know how many? Hey, do you know how many? Do you know what it means? Esoterically speaking, to be serving a master, to be under a commander, an admiral, an officer, a security chief, all those terms. And do you know what it means to be under those programs? So shout out to huyu mwenye ataka create yake. You are already creating one. You already a glitch in the matrix. We already ni glitch. You already a glitch. Welcome to glitch world. Si tuliglitch tukakuwa immune. Hata tunasimama kwenye kuna live wire. Tunaenda tunasimama hapo hivi. Wana report to there goes that Jega Muthaka standing on the power lines again. Mayday, mayday, ignore him. Should we engage? No, it's too big to engage. Let him suck on the energy. Me, I'm just programs using their energy against them. AKA, even with their programs, bado naamsha watu. Wanafanya kazi 24 hours kuniban, shadow banning left and right. Mi ni mkubwa wa kualiko. Ni venye tu ni wengi. They just have the money and the machines, the resources. But ikuja ni magic tuna practice kama wao. Dhayo. Ana tuna practice better than them. Mara tunawafunza. And now the number 15 member on the team became do you need those here? So hakuna swali nyingine. So there's no question. Or no one is willing to teach us anything new. We can remember something new. No one wants us to remember anything. What do you want to remember? Because there's nothing new under the sun. All you have to do is remember. What do you want us to remember? We remember because we wrote those things down. All those emerald tablets, the tablets of Thoth, the commandments, anything put on stone, I wrote it. All I have to do is remember. What do you want us to remember? Nowadays tunaziweka kwa digital, on clever notes and word. Still hizo ni nani anaandika? Ni sisi. Anyone wants to remember anything? Leta hapa tukumbuke. Tusome saa hii. Tusome ki emerald tablet. Ati tusome emerald tablet. Muthaka. Leta tusome scroll saa hii. Leta swali tusome scroll. Tukiwa hapa. We read a scroll. Tusome Dead Sea Scroll tukiwa hapa. Leta. Tusome Masonic Papers. Leta. Tusome inaitangwa the Church of the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormon. Tusome tukiwa hapa. Leta any religious text. Saa hii swali tusome tukiwa hapa ukiona. You know what I'm saying? We wrote the texts. Anything that you are aware, anything that is in this world, your spirit is aware. Otherwise you would not be here. Ni kama uko na vault. Ni kama ulikuja ukapewa blueprint, but you are limited with your blueprint. You have never explored anything. So you got a blueprint on how to move in life, but since you found some marked spots, aka this is safe, this is not safe, this has these percussions, and the examples, that made you fear. So you stopped at those gates. You found your shadow priest. You encountered your tower moments. So all you can do now is be comfortable with manifesting breadcrumbs. Okay? Where can I get a book on the emerald tablets? I have no idea. Nimezi mention too. Nimezi mention. I don't even know there's a book. But there's, I don't know, maybe you can read about the text, the emerald thought tablets. Maybe you can read about them. I don't even have to read them. I know what's on them. Are Freemasons evil? No. They are just builders. The word free means free. Masons means builders. Free Masons. Masons who are free to build in the world, but they are not supposed to go beyond a certain degree. There's rules and regulations on how much they can build. Hata wao wako under a program. Because yao ni very fake. Fake ones. Weak magic. Hata sijui imekuwa ikifanya kazi aje. But imekuwa ikifanya kazi juu watu wamelala. So it has to work. It's their program. So for them, ndio the content creators. Hii mnaita content creation kwa TikTok, wao ndio walianza kitambo. AKA, wao ndio wenye Discovery Channel, wao ndio wenye akina David Attenborough, wao ndio akina National Geographic. So their content runs the world. Si kusema hivyo ndio iko in the world. That is their content. The jungle, the lion. moving amongst the savanna grass, going downwind so that the animals down cannot smell the iron. Sasa hiyo ni content anakupea. Hiyo ni common sense bullshit. Unamaanisha nini? Tunajua kitu yote inawinda ni lazima ipite nyuma, isipigwe harufu. Wewe unaita National Geographic unakuja kutuambia Lions of Africa. Sasa umetoa kitabu Born Free, Lions of Africa. That's content. But whoever owns the money that time makes the books, so that becomes the curriculum. That is content. Sasa ndio content inawafikia Waafrika with your melanin. Sasa ndio mko hapa TikTok. Tap the screen guys. Tap my name is Aziad. You are creating sasa content. Content yetu ni bullshit still. But they make you look like you are so good getting some breadcrumbs from social media. Wewe unajua amerule dunia na hiyo content. AKA top 10 architecture buildings in the world. Ni ile watapitisha yao. So they pass their own professors. They embrace their own architects. They embrace their own top 10 of the best. It's just stories, ni content, but you buy into the content. But you have your own builders. You have your own craftsmen. You have your own people you claim who build the pyramid within you because it's inside you. But now it is inverted magic, so they make you believe it's them. Hiyo pia ni content. Look at it like what it is. It's content. BBC, ni content. How they want you to think. But who are those children who are making that kind of content? Who are running the world? Time magazines, Newsweek, pages of the year, top 10 billboard. Hiyo ni family gani? Because that is the money you follow, and then you follow the practice. Sasa unajuanga how dunia inafanyanga kazi. Lakini si complain, used to be slaves, give us 50 acres and a mule, we want our reparations, used to be sons of Mau Mau. Wewe ulisikia wapi anything for free nowadays? That's a mentality. Decolonize the mind and start building. Stop waiting on the government, waiting on the church, waiting on some people to come and help you build. Kwani where is your melanin power? Unasemanga uko na melanin and you're not willing to build anything. Ni complain tu. Kwani your melanin is useless. At least use it for something now. Use it just as motivation. Usema wacha tu nitumie melanin ya kiangai. Use your pigmentation and suffer. Because they say they are ruling the world with an evil agenda. Can you help someone to join the Freemason? I don't know where mtu anajoiningi. Enda utafute Google, I think. Andika, I want to join Freemasons. I'm very sure many of them watakuja kusaidia. Pia con people, Nigeria, whatever. Enda Google na huko. Me, I'm not a Freemason. How can I help you? I'm not a Freemason. And why would I even help you join kitu nimesema ni weak? I just showed you how weak they are. So you want weakness. If you went enda Google na huko. But then uniulize how you can become like them or build like them. You want to join them. A follower. A sheeple. What AI means esoterically and how it will impact us changes. Divorce, spiritual love, white man, wedding, marriage, expound. What AI means esoterically. AI, cha kushinda ukienda mbali. Think AI kama cooperation. Unaona hizi cooperation mko nazo? Safaricom, KPLC, British Petroleum. Hizo ni AI analog. Umeshika venye nimesema? The corporations you have ndio AI analog. Ati sasa ukiwa na milioni yako kwa bank huwezi itoa. Ni yako lakini huwezi itoa. Ni lazima upiteshe barua na useme in advance na milioni ni yako. Why? Kwa sababu that corporation analog ama AI analog, it has to survive. So as a corporation lazima ikuwe na maruti zake. So that it does not collapse, wanaweza kataa na pesa yenu. Ndio Safaricom isianguke, wanaweza kataa na shares. Wanaweza ziangusha bei, wanaweza zi-offload into the market. So corporation ina acting kama AI analog. AKA you create a system, but that system does not want to die. So instead of that system dying, corporation inafanyanga nini? Zinafutanga watu kazi. It rather ifute watu kazi, it rather ipunguze mishahara, it rather squeeze the people. Okay? Now corporations ndio zikuwe dangerous, ndio kuonyesha kwenye na kujia AI. is nothing more but minds that come together to create a corporation. Mimi, wewe na mwingine, those are minds. When we bring them together, we create a corporation. Now, the only advantage of a corporation ni kwamba it is exempted from some things. Because you are a corporation, kuna vitu no raia rules hazitawaguza. You are a corporation. But the biggest one that you suffer as a corporation is that now you have the government in your ass. Now you have the government incorporated. Kwa sababu corporation means you are cooperating with the government. There has to be a government watcher, ama agenda, ama government inajua venye munafanya. Ndio iwape some leeway or some free things when it comes to free duty kuimport vitu kama hizo. Those perks come with being a corporation. However, it also means now you're under something called the corporate rule. Now, under the corporate rules, that corporation is recognized as a being. It is recognized as a human, as a person. Watu wajui hivyo. So since the corporation under corporate laws becomes a person, a human, mtu kama mimi, it gets the same privileges that I get as a human being from the state. Meaning, when you sue a corporation, you can sue one person. You can sue just the corporation as a person. Corporation inaendelea, Kenya Power inaendelea, but kesi bado zimejaa kotini kwa sababu you are suing a person. And that person is protected by the state kama person, wewe mtu, but now it's just a corporation. So once you go to sue a corporation, it becomes hard because that corporation has the money behind, the mentalities when you aliweka hizo mamilioni, and they have more lawyers than you. So they will always defeat you. Sasa, think about that kama AI on analog. Na hiyo ni cooperation, always wanting to survive by its own. It is always willing to succeed and sacrifice people na iendelee kusimama hata kama ni share zenyu zitaisha. You have seen that thing happen. So AI is all that but on steroids. AI is all that cooperation but on steroids, aka you won't be able to buy kama sasa ujafikisha some credits, itakuwa zinaitwa carbon credits. Okay? Utakuwa umefikisha carbon credits. Now, hizo carbon credits, they will not be given to you because you are working hard. You'll be given to you because you are obeying. The more you obey, the more ratings, 5-star ratings. Mulianza kuzoea, si unabebangwa na Uber, ukishuka kama amekukasirisha unampea 2 stars, unampea 1 star. That is how they started programming you. So they were testing you to see how you can rate people's performances and what you call interactions, forgetting that you're supposed to be one of a kind, and any interaction that you have, even if it's negative, it's supposed to be for you to learn something. Okay? But sasa wewe unafikiria because of your ego that ufai kukasirikiwa, that ufai kukuwa na siku mbaya, that, but you're forgetting these are cycles and seasons. And the most important thing ni ujue how to go through them and navigate through them, not hate them. Okay? So that you're not unpolarized, so that you become mature, more aware. But they make you think that is sin. Yes, to sin is to miss the point. Why has this happened to me? Why is this happening to me? So that you learn a lesson. So that now you can create a better mental form to jump into, to experience the same thing, to the point now umehama kwenye ulikuwa unaishi. Utahama lini, unakuta you are in a better neighborhood. You are meeting better neighbors. Your child is going to a better school. You are moving all forward because you are shedding these things. Na vitu kaa hizo, metaphysically speaking. So now, too much esoteric knowledge ruined Jack's dull heart. So I think that is enough. We can dive deep. We can go deeper, but I think the balls deep enough for my queens. I think hiyo ya asubuhi on a Monday, hiyo I think imeingia sawa sawa. Esoteric, balls deep. Hiyo ni poa. So do have a beautiful Monday. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming for the Esoteric Monday. We'll catch up. Mtu amesema it's boggling. It's mind boggling. It shakes your mind from left to right. Your mind is like, what is this? Oh my God, these thoughts, these feelings, these are new. I've never heard this. I've never seen this. I've never thought about it like this. It's good to joggle your mind. Joggle your mind. I think we'll be calling that time joggling mind. Jolly. Neither are joggling the mind in the morning. Esoterically speaking, joggling the mind, juggling the mind. Your mental forms, so you can think now. You can expand your mind. Your mind can go into new awarenesses, new spaces, new thought forms, new ways of thinking, new ways of feeling. Okay, those are new thought forms. You are creating forms there. Once you create a form there, you jump into that form to experience that realm of existence. Now, the more you keep doing that, you are going among spaces, you are going among other spirits, and by each one, teach one, you can be in that spirit, and it resonates with something that you are resonating with. Could be a spiritual predecessor that was more expanded, more out there, but had left like a thought cloud behind. Na hiyo ndio itakusaidia kukuwa more aware, but you have to practice it, okay? You have to practice it. Dhayo, silikuwa nimesema nimeenda. Have I not shouted anyone out? Nyabura Moga Thegia. Shout out to Sassy Jewels. Shout out to Mane. Say this Bugling. Shout out to Aus Benico. Shout out to Eric Gungi. Austin Pico Gadoni. Shout out to Saswa Jewel again. Shout out to Muremi Wanyamo. What is the connection of the brightest shining star? Always seen from 6:30 to around 9 usiku. I have no idea what is the connections. Freemasons, Ivo Yotumejibu, Sensi Jiwe. Shout out to all the beautiful people in the space. Eric Ngugi. Kevin ameingia amesema grand rising. We rose up with the rising sun. Now we are Noah's time. Sahi tuko Noah's time in a few minutes. Tunaingia in 20 minutes. This is the time for the great flood. Indio the best time to cleanse yourself na maji. Ukue clean like white as snow during the Noah's Ark or the great flooding, where you make an ark. So ukienda kuingia shower saa hizi, in your mind you create an ark, and you take all your lower animalistic states, natures, each two of a kind, you put them in your ark. So you are creating a dry spot, you are creating a thought, a logic, a stick. So Noah's Ark ni stick, ni boat, ni kijiti, ni modhegi, ni something straight, ni logic, ni pen, ni thinking. So you have a good clean thought where you take all your animalistic sticks and put them, then you take a shower. Unaingia shower, una shower. So you have done that Noah's ritual. Don't have to wait tupelekwe na maji hapa. Unajidhahora. Okay? I'm giving you rituals sasa for free from the Bible. What is the connection of the three stars in the skyline from east to west? One is bright. I have no idea of the of the astronomy that you have been given, because most of those things are not even stars. Those are satellites. Walianza kuzirusha huko 1600s. Tunazitanga saddles with lights. Nyinyi mnazitanga satellites. Sisi tunazitanga saddles with lights. Ni kama waliwekelea farasi mataa huko juu. So there's many waves out there. So all these waves, angalia kama oceans waves na breezes na vitu kaa hizo, how they even get the 3Gs. So every time they float a saddle there with a light, they have so many. I think we have over, you can actually Google, I think we have over 60,000 satellites in our space. So even a lot of the stars watu wana observe are not the stars themselves. So game iliuzwa kitambo. So you need to have the esoteric wisdom behind the stars before hata ukuja uniambie maneno ya atuwe ni astrologer. Because me sasa hata siangalii hizi. These are saddles with lights, or what you call satellites. Unaona? So you need to understand the wisdom behind how everything behaves, the water cycle. So kwa nini nimekupea hii maneno yote hivyo? Unauliza maneno ya stars. Yeah, so hizo star we mambo ni mingi. Wacha nikuambie tu hivyo, mambo ni mingi. In this age, utoke nje uangalie hivi useme umeona star iko fixated na ni yao, ufikirie ukajua zile vitu we. And that is the problem, is that now you have NASA and astrologers who tunaitanga Google scholars. So anything on Google, any image, anything given a definition, they have started believing, which is a very different world from the real world. So we have the Google astrology now, based on their alignments, based on where they are saying, they have put Mercury. So Mercury, what you call Mercury, the planets and the Mars. When tukisema tumeenda Mars, hatukuangi tumeenda Mars. So what do, you throw a satellite, okay? Now that satellite gets caught in a water cycle. We never know what that water cycle is until the satellite gets trapped. So when the satellite gets trapped, okay, the frequencies or the what you can call the characteristics that it develops allows us to know kama imeshika frequency ya Mars, ama frequency ya Jupiter, ama frequency ya Venus, okay, depending on now the relationship of the frequencies that we are getting from that water cycle interaction or that friction. That is now what makes us say that is Jupiter. So hiyo tuna point tunaona Jupiter, hiyo light, that interaction, because when you look na telescope ni light, but kwa image za Google inakuonyesha planet, but pia umeambiwa vizuri sana this is an image. Click Venus, image, imeandikwa image, so it is not the picture, it's not the real thing, it's an image, it's coming in the image of, iko kwa Bible. So ukiclick image uone Venus iko hivi na rings, imekuambia ni image, it is coming in the image of. So if you want to find the real picture, you have to go behind what is the representation of Venus, love, blah blah blah. So unajua tu the only way to see it would be in a color that is pink or red. So ukichukua telescope ukitafuta utaipata, unasikia ndio ile Venus na ni pink na ni red, not because it's an actual pink and red thing in the sky. So I need to see stars in the sky a long time ago, but not anymore. Yeah, it's not so easy to see them. So a lot of the stars are not even stars anymore. So watu wataanza kusema nini, unatuambia nini? Use the same Google you have. Uangalie the first telescope, the first satellite. Angalia kwa Google the first satellite kurushwa into space. Wewe ukifikiria ni wakati wa mwezi, the first satellites to be thrown into space were thrown into space in 1600s. Iko hapo on record. 1600s walikuwa wanarusha satellites. Wewe unajua maneno ya mwezi. They want you to think wameanza wakati wa mwezi. They want you to think they started with the Apollo. Apollo ni code. Apollo ni spell. They want you to think to start with Apollo. They want you to start with Caesar. They want you to start with their beginning. Wewe unafikiria sasa ati kuenda juu tumeanza na mwezi. Juu ulipewa, you only know about going to the moon with a rocket. But sasa use the same Google. Look at the first rockets. Ama the first satellites when they were thrown into the sky. Ikupeleke mpaka 1600. Ujiulize at the 1600 we were throwing rockets and satellites. 1600. Mbona sijaiona kwa history? Juu wewe history yako ni kupewa umepewa. Na ujui kutafuta. Wewe unafikiria history tumeanza na mwezi, Apollo going to the moon. That is what you think. That is your worldview, your limited worldview. Yet when you dig with their own search engines, itakuonyesha. Type hapo first satellites 1600s we were throwing satellites. Wewe unafikia kutoka 1600 mpaka saa hizi how many satellites do we have? Azindanga saddles with seats. We use them. Disikutumie. Sasa spilling too much knowledge, sifai kuongea sana. Hiyo ni maneno mengine sifai kuongea sana. Kama ni siku ya mwezi, we shouldn't talk about that too much. So mkuwe na siku njema. Nilikuwa nimesema hivyo tena tunaenda na sikuenda. Sikupenda kwangu. Sasa unaenda? Siwaambie basi. Sasa mkuwe na siku njema. Munde, mambo ni mengi, muda ni mchache. Na najua ni vibaya sana ukifikia unajua ati rocket ukienda kutetea kitu nasikia haya. Ukienda kuangalia unakuta ni equally 1600 tulikuwa tunaweka satellites na ulikuwa unataka kubishana. Unasema huku unajua hivyo. Huku unajua. Lakini unasoma kwa vitu zao pia Lakini hukufunzwa hiyo shule. Si shule ulifunzwa maneno ya mwezi. Ukaambiwa the first man on the moon. Wewe ulipewa moon na ujue moon reflection. Au kuambiwa satellites. Ndio ujue how they track these satellites. How they take the advantage of knowing where Mercury is at a particular point, knowing where this water cycle is, knowing how those filtration affect you, so they create an event. So all of you are looking at the event, na kitu inapitishwa. Kai, hii dunia bwana. Hii dunia siya watu wa the house. Most cave paintings are just cave paintings. They're just paintings in caves. What else are they? They're just paintings in caves. Of course you'd paint in a cave, kwa sababu unajua cave huko ndio unatakingi shelter. Where else? Si cave ndio ilikuwa apartment. Cave si ndio ilikuwa nyumba. Angechora wapi kwingine? And he was staying in the cave, aka a shelter. They were taking shelters in those, so those became their trademarks. So some of those paintings of the walls are the billboards. Zenye mnaitanga leo Kimani apartment, Gachagua apartment, Trump building, the Burj Khalifas. So those were still, they were still putting their identity on the, they were putting their footprint on the ground. Itangwa footprints of the gods. Not now. Nani huyo anapiga simu saa hii? Demon. Anapiga masaa ya Noah 5:48. Mtu ako na desire mingi sana. Oh my God, pick my call. You wait there, demon. Nimalize mpugu. This is more important than your call. Kama ni pesa kaa nayo. Money follow me. You think I'm scared worried about money? So, oh, the likes. Tulikuwa wapi? Nilikuwa nataka kuonesha nini? Why did I take this comfortable stance? Lazima ikuwe I was about to deliver something. Baada ya kuenda. Imekuja kwa comment ama imetoka wapi? Pengine ilikuwa kwa comment. Wacha nione. Oh, ni cave painting. Oh my God. Spare the ancestors. Nitawachapa pole pole. So, in today, tuko na barabara. Watu wanapigania Atuoli Road, Ngina Road, Kenyatta Road. So it is the same thing. So back then, hatukuwa wengi, so they were marking on the caves. Right now, they are marking on the roads. Unasikia hiyo ni Ngina Road, unasikia hiyo ni Ruto Road, hiyo ni, you get what I'm saying? So these are big spirits. Wewe unaona tu ni politicians, but they are, unafaa kujiuliza, what are these big spirits doing? Marking the road. What were the people doing in the caves? Marking the caves. Wewe, nafikiria cave ilikuwa inachorwa na kila mtu. Nafikiria ati cave ilikuwa hiyo watu walikuwa wanakufa ndio wachore hapo. There had to be a pecking order. Who is going to draw on the cave to leave a legacy, a language, a rulership kwa cave? Hiyo ni pecking order. People died. Writings on the wall. Iko kwa Bible. Mene tekeri. Siri mene tekeri. The typing on the wall. The writing on the finger of God. Itangwa fingerprints of the God. AKA how to create a government. Any writing on a cave is a government, is an institution, it's a marking point, it's a reference, it's a crossing point, it's a row, it's a world view. It's their view on how to hunt with spears or having been visited na vitu kaa hizo. Sasa, this is a subconscious community. We go behind the scenes to see how the programs are created. Now I can go. Thank you for your few likes. I can see you have given me a few likes to keep the video. So thank you very much. Shelter House Cave Paintings, yes. Thank you very much for your few likes and for your interaction. And do have a beautiful Monday.